getting things wrapped up. Got one side of the tank on there. And it's kind of tricky getting the wires out of the way. Working on this other side. Polished those up a little bit. Just trying to route those things so they're not in the way of the tank. This side is pretty much done. Just got to put that chain guard on there. And the wiring's done. Got all that stuff taken care of, ready for the battery. And I still got to do the ignition oil lines. Exhaust. And fluids. Got to put the dash on there. Air filter. She's about done. Little more progress. Got the tanks bolted on, the dash in it. None of it's been tested, so I hope I don't have to tear it back apart. Fuel lines are in. My brother-in-law came by. One piece that I couldn't figure out where it went wraps around this tank. So I'll see if I can clean that up. The clear is kind of messed up on it, so. And I figured out where another piece went. Right down in here, this bar. Bolts on right here. Never could figure out where that went. Well, that holds up the exhaust. So about ready to bolt that up. Got that little bar in right there that holds the oil lines away from the exhaust. And still got to figure out something for the ignition. What I got isn't quite right. I had a rotor. This is what came out of it. Anyway, figure that out. She's almost done. Got the last piece. Oh, the rotor goes right in here. In these slots. Hit these empty spots until it went to fire, I guess. Shoe, got all the hardware. Put that in there and be ready to fire up. Got to fill everything with oil, engine oil, crankcase oil, rear brakes, front brakes, chain lube. She's looking good. Looking good. Pretty sure everything's ready to roll. Had it outside last night, took some pictures of it. It's the first time it's rolled in like 10 years. I'm also going to take them plugs out and put a little bit of Marble Mystery oil in there. And I got a little weed sprayer that I turned into an oil pump for priming motors. So I'll find out which line I tap into and send some oil through the motor before I turn it over. Get the cylinders lubed up. And get the brakes going, all that stuff in there, and then we'll fire it up. This thing was rebuilt a long time ago. Let's just call it 10 years. (2014), so probably more than that. Got brakes now. Had to pull this stuff apart because it was all gummed up in there. Both of the reservoirs. And it took a while, but you got brakes. And brake light works. So, had to get a new bleeder. That thing wouldn't come out, so it destroyed it getting it out. So now I pulled the plug on the transmission, make sure it was empty. Put the plug back in it. Right now I got this tank hooked up right in here. It's where the pressure sensor goes. And I'll pump, probably a quart of oil through that, and that'll get the top of the engine lubed up. And get some oil in it. Be ready to fire. Alright, well, pumped a quart of oil through the motor. Got 3.5 quarts in there. I got about 22 ounces in the transmission. That's 75, 140, and then 60 weight in the motor. Took off this cover, dumped about 3/4 of a quart in the primary, and then put the rest in the tank. Cylinders look good. They look brand new. Brand new. I don't know if we can see in here. Yeah, they look good. So that's a bonus. I don't know. I think I'm ready. See what the starter does. It works. Scared the dog. Nice. All right. I think we're ready for plugs and fuel. Oh, it's on right there. I knew it. Fired right up. Gotta adjust the throttle. Get it down a little lower. Ooh, smell all that bacon. Fresh cooking smell. Oh, that was good. First fire. Got to dial back the throttle just a bit, see if I can get it to idle down. Probably that screw right there. Yeah, it felt good, sounded good, felt real nice. Perfect. So yeah, I got the idle down. It was basically adjusting the length of the throttle cables. Wasn't letting it go down enough. So now it will adjust with that screw. Now that I got them adjusted proper. She runs, fires up perfect. No leaks. I think she's ready for a test drive. So the bike's been sitting for a day or two. It's been leaking oil. I already cleaned that up once, and it's already made a puddle that big. I'm thinking, damn, because it's coming out of here. That's pretty obvious. But I was thinking, fucking oil shouldn't even be that high up. It's got a return clear at the bottom. You know, it should just bathe the clutch in oil. It shouldn't be filling up this primary to where it's just constantly dripping. So at work today, I'm thinking, damn, maybe I got those lines mixed up. That's the last thing I threw on there. And so I got home and was looking. Long story short, sure enough, I got the vent hooked up to the return, and then the return hooked up to the vent. So I got to swap these around. So I don't know, that's one of those good news, bad news things, because if that wasn't switched, then why would that thing be filling up with oil? So anyways, glad that thing leaked. I'm glad it sat for a couple days. Glad we didn't take it out and drive it. And that's why you test things. Figure this crap out. It still hasn't even moved. I mean, who knows? Something wrong with the gearbox, brakes, the forks. You know, put oil in those. So you never know. I think the motor's going to be strong. That thing was all rebuilt, I could tell. And inside them cylinders look good, and that thing fired up first time. Anyway, I'm going to get those switched over. And seal that gasket. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll run it and then pull the cover off. See what the level is that way after it's ran a minute.